Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of well-being and give you some tips and activities that you could do to reduce the stress during exam periods. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out my blog and follow me on social medias. So as I was saying, today I will be talking about relaxation methods and other activities that could be helpful and yet take little time in your revision schedule. Again, healthy body, healthy mind. However, when you're studying, you too focus on revising for your exams, so even staying hydrated can be difficult, or just staying basically healthy can be a struggle. I know for myself that I can be a hamster during revision sessions because I would just pick on everything and snack all the time without even realizing that I'm snacking actually, whether it's salty or sweet. But yes, the struggle would be for me that I need to keep up because believe it or not, when you're studying, even though you might be sitting on your chair, you're consuming a lot of energy. It's just your brain working, but your body just stays and sits in the chair for hours and hours. So that's actually the worst combo ever because you keep on snacking to keep yourself like fueled to actually think properly. Sugar is the best for that, unfortunately, but then you're not working out either. So except if you have time and you're really organized and you're really self-disciplined, then great for you. But if not, then here are some tips that I can give you to relax and actually to stay healthy as much as you can. Okay, firstly, yoga and meditation. I started yoga when I was studying as well as university, and despite that, before my doctor kept telling me, okay, you should really do some yoga and meditate because you're too stressed. Like my nature is to be anxious. That's who I am, and unfortunately, I can't do much about it, but I can only reduce it. And back then, back in France, I really didn't want to go to yoga because either it was too expensive or I didn't have time. And like I said, I was really skeptical and I was dancing, I was exercising, so I didn't really feel the need to do it actually. However, when I started at Swansea University, it was almost impossible for me to find excuses because basically I was living on the campus, so the place where I was having the course for yoga was 5 minutes away from my place. I was lucky, plus it was also cheap. I think it was maybe £7 per lessons, which is okay. You're having 2 hours lessons at least once a week, which is really good because then maybe I would go back to the library or I would go back to my place, then the library. It will give me a little bit of routine. However, I was still skeptical. It's not because I paid less or it was closer to my place that all my doubts would go away suddenly, like by magic. But when I finished my first class, I just loved it. I know how people tell you how yoga and meditation did a lot in their life, and you wonder like a bit like, I don't really believe in that. Well, turns out it's true. Like I said, I'm super down to earth and realistic, but this really changed my life in the sense that I had that me time, guaranteed me time that I was somehow paying for. So I was forced to attend the 2 hours. And yeah, at first it was like an obligation, compulsory for me because it was service I was paying and now I had to attend. But then it became a real pleasure because like I was saying, every week, once a week, I would have 2 hours of me time. It would be completely different from doing shopping or being with friends or pampering myself because I would be focused on my well-being, on listening to my body, and that helped me so much during my studying year because I was more relaxed, I was more easygoing. Even people around me were telling me, wow, you actually, it's not that I didn't care about things anymore, but I seem less nervous, like less, I would say, on the edge, you know. But do not be fooled. This shit is hard. Like basically, it's about breathing positions and also flexibility. I became more flexible. I can't. It's not like I can put my feet behind my head, but it's about surpassing yourself. And when I was a kid, even now actually, was super competitive. But now it's another way of surpassing yourself, like you're doing on your own. And it's just amazing because you keep getting motivated, you keep seeing results, and also you keep seeing, like, feeling energetic, good in your body. Also, if you have like confidence problem, I used to have those problems. I still have a little bit, but I felt so good in my body. And basically I was like, okay, I can do this today. And the more and more when the teacher was giving me positions to do and that required more flexibility, or I had to check up on my breathing and it could be hard, I felt so good to be like at the end of the class, oh wow, I actually did that. And I remember I started the classes alone. And then one of my friends, because I was talking too much about it, basically, she just came with me at one lesson, and at first she was like, "Whoa, dude, you're like super flexible," and I was like, "Actually, no." But from her point of view, what happened is that because I progressed during maybe 6 or 7 classes only, then she could see that she couldn't do things that I could do. Again, on the basic level, people have different level of flexibility. But yeah, like I did make some progress, and the fact that my friend could also see that I made some progress was also rewarding for me. So it was really amazing. Also, you have different types of yoga. I don't remember the name of mine. If you're interested, do like contact me on Instagram and I'll tell you. But the one I picked and the one that was the classes that were given at my campus were about back issues and muscles issues. I had back issues back then, and I still have some because being a student, then you always sit down is not the best. So yeah, this yoga, I personally loved it. What I advise you is to try any courses because like I said, there are different types, whatever suits you, but maybe pick the one that where you feel more relaxed. I mean, that's the purpose of yoga and meditation, for you to feel like in peace with yourself. So I mean, I'm not going to criticize other types of yoga, but I know that there's one basically. It also depends on the way that is taught, by the way. Like it can be the same type of yoga but differently taught. But I remember like one of my friends, she was telling me, yeah, I followed your advice and I did yoga, but it was awful because basically she was like in a room with 40 degrees and Celsius, by the way, because yeah, I'm French, I don't use Fahrenheit. But so yeah, she was in 40 degrees room, and the person was yelling to do positions, and they were changing position like every 2 minutes, not even like 1 minute, which is horrible when you think about it. Like, how could you relax? I mean, personally at least. But yeah, just try it out and just figure out. You also have, I think, a lot of people offering you the flash class, and if you like it, then yeah, just go for it. Now about meditation. So after every year of the yoga classes that I had, I don't know if it's the same for all yoga classes, but at least for mine, we were practicing meditation. Again, I loved it. Why? Because I was forced for at least 5 minutes to just be in a lotus position or in a corpse position and just focus on my breathing and just not care about anything in the entire world. So when I was in the corpse position, basically you're just closing your eyes and you're laying down on your mat, and you're just following the guidance of the teacher telling you, okay, like close your eyes and think about this and do this, and like there's not much to do, but it's just like, yeah, it's a me time level 100. And yeah, sometimes I did fall asleep, I'm not gonna lie, because I was so relaxed. And it's also so great that you fall asleep because you're feeling like, wow, I truly like disconnected from everything, and that was truly amazing. So it fascinated me, and I was truly intrigued about how efficient it could be, that I took out some exercise here and there from books or videos, and I compiled them. I think there's maybe 10 or 6 exercises that I'm going to put in my article on my blog. So definitely check it out, because that's a big tip for you if you want to prepare for exams. The reason being that during your exam, the stress control, like how to control your stress, can be really tricky. So if you control your breathing, at least you will control your body, and then you will control your brain. How does it function? Basically, you would do some exercise to control your breathing. And there's one in particular that I put in my blog. It's called the free deep breath exercise, and it advises you how to breathe 3 times and what to do. It will take you maybe 5 seconds, but at least it will be so crucial when you're in front of your paper, you're in front of your test. Like, so many times it happened to me that all the knowledge was here, but because my stress was so overwhelming that I didn't know what to do in front of my paper. I was like so overwhelmed that I had a massive like block, and I couldn't write anything and couldn't focus. So that's what breathing exercise brings you back. It brings you focus and concentration, so you can actually finish up your exam. But again, don't be fooled. It doesn't come that easy. It needs practice. So if you're taking classes, that would be the best, definitely, than rather trying alone for the first time. Even I, after 1.5 years, I struggle sometimes to be alone and just focus on my breathing. I mean, to do it by myself. What I really like is either to have a recording or a teacher telling me what to do, close my eyes and just things, because the voice is so calming. It helps you to put you in that mood. However, yeah, if you can do classes, definitely I would advise you to it, but definitely practice, like practice a lot. As a personal example, like I told you before, it was once a week that I would do 5 minutes of meditation, and now it turns out 15 minutes twice a week. And when I have exams or when I'm about to have exams, then it's almost every day. Like I'm trying to make this small routine for myself every day. For my last exams for the GDL, basically what I was doing is that every night, because I was preferring that time. I felt like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. It's not like I'm keeping up on my revision schedule. I'm not missing time, even though you don't miss time when it comes to meditation, but still, I felt more comfortable to be in my bed, completely relaxed after a shower or tea or whatever, and just be in bed and download an app that would have meditation, again, that's small voice, you know, meditation recordings. And for 10 minutes before going to sleep, I would just disconnect from everything and just focus and lay down on my bed and in the dark, like would just close my eyes and everything, and that would prepare me to sleep. It would just help me to disconnect completely with all the things I've learned today, with all the revision, with all the stress, you know. I would really disconnect and I would be fully focused to have a good sleep, because again, healthy body, healthy mind. If you don't have a healthy sleep, a good sleep, then it will be hard for you the next day to actually keep up with the revision schedule that you have or the actual exam to be prepared. However, after trying and figuring out that meditation or yoga isn't for you, that's totally fine. You just need one way to steam off, and actually there are different ways that you can do that. You can run, you can jog, you can go for a walk. I mean, for myself, sometimes, okay, meditation was a thing, but if I needed a break right in the middle of the day, like I would go to the library when my projects would have a deadline at the end of the month, for example, and I would go study at the library for 4 or 5 hours, and then at lunch I would like go somewhere, and then I would go study again, and then between afternoon and night, I really needed a break. So luckily I was at Swansea University, so I had a beach that was right there. Like I just had to cross the street and I could be on the beach, and I would go for a walk of 20 minutes. I mean, of course it's 20 minutes less on the revision schedule, but it was so useful for me just to get my mind off. Like you really feel like a holiday. If, however, you don't have a beach, then go in the park, go somewhere like you can steam off and feel like you're somewhere else, at least other than the library. If cooling down this way is also not your thing, then definitely do something more active like boxing and swimming. Again, it's personal, but those are two activities that I used to do. And the boxing one was really amazing in the sense that, yeah, you would just focus so much on your physical impact, on your physical implications. Same for swimming, you know, I mean, again, swimming and breathing, there were kind of interaction here. And yeah, you will feel drained at the end, and that was really useful. But again, if you're not sporty, because sometimes like I'm also not sporty, mostly during these 2 last years. I mean, if it wasn't for yoga or meditation, I wouldn't do much because I didn't have much time. Yeah, I'm trying to find excuse here. But what I was saying is you don't need to be active in a sense doing sports. You can just go out with friends. Like, don't hesitate to go out with friends. I mean, I know with the pandemic, it's kind of difficult, but do video calls, do Zoom calls, do Netflix parties, do anything that you can. And if not, then just watch a movie, like alone. If you're a loner, that's not, like, that's totally fine as well. But the principle is for you to detach your mind, to cool off, and to get away from your studies and your revision at least 1 hour per day. Now, my opinion. So the first tip that I would give you is definitely try yoga and meditation. I was super skeptical. You have no idea how down to earth I was, and I was like, it's not gonna work. Why would it work anyway? But try some classes. But if after the 4th class it doesn't match, then it doesn't match. Like, don't try it too much. Maybe you can try another type of yoga, like I told you, but try to find something else. I mean, it's totally fine. As long as you find something that is for you and that you have your me time and you detach from your studies, then that's the best thing. Also, try to determine what makes you feel good. Try to do it during a small test rather than your final exams or your big exams or assessment. Trying to do it before, whether it's spending time alone, so me time, there's nothing wrong in that, or actually going out with friends, again, there's nothing wrong in that, but just for you to feel great and not to feel like you're procrastinating. Really, don't feel guilty for taking some time off because you need it. If your exam or assessment or whatever is 48 hours, of course, I would advise you try not to, like maybe try to take lunch or dinner or shower time as your break time. But if not, if you have like 1 month revision time or those sorts of things, then definitely take 1 hour or 2 hours per day. It's really nothing compared to the result that it's going to provide you. Healthy body, healthy mind, and that will be really crucial, and you will perform really great. So really, whatever it is, steam off, disconnect completely from the topic or your studies for 1 or 2 hours per day. Okay guys, that's it for me. I hope this video was really useful for you. If it was, don't forget to give a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to check out my blog article regarding yoga position and meditation exercises. Till then, stay tuned and follow me on social media. Bye!